Hi guys, in this lesson we're going to look at solving problems that require us to use what we've learnt about two-digit numbers. You're going to have to apply what you know about using materials like MABs and bundling sticks and abacuses, and what you already know about the value of numbers when we're talking about two-digit numbers. So what you know about tens and ones. Alright, let's get started. Here's our first problem, called What Number Is It? Sarah is thinking of a number between 17 and 42. One of the digits is an 8 and one of the digits is a 3. What is the number? First step is to go into the problem and circle some important information. So we know it's between 17 and 42. Okay, so it could be any number between 17 and 42. Okay, now, so that means it's not going to be a number smaller than 17 or a number bigger than 42. Let's look at the next bit of information. It said one of the digits is an 8 and one of the digits is a 3. Okay, so let's write them down here. We've got 3 and 8. And we know that it's a two-digit number. Okay, now it could be 38, like we've just written here, or it could be 83. Now, using the information that we know, it has to be between 17 and 42. Which one of these two numbers would sit in beside 17 and 42? Would it be 38 or would it be 83? Look at the first number in the tens column. 80. Is that more than or less than 42? It's more than, so it definitely cannot be 83. So our number must be 38. All right, let's have a go at another one. Here's our problem. Sarah is thinking of a number between 17 and 42. One of the digits is 2 less than 6 and one of the digits is 3. What is the number? Okay, so we know some key information. It's between 17 and 42. So 17 and 42. So the number is going to sit somewhere in between those two numbers again. So it's not going to be on this side of 17 or this side of 42. It's going to sit in the middle here. All right, let's look at the other information. It was a little bit trickier this time. It said one of them is 2 less than 6. So if we hold 6 in our head and count back 2, that's 4. So one of the digits is going to be a 4. And it said one of the digits is a 3. So that could be 43, or let's switch those digits around. Or it could be 34. So now we need to look at these two numbers and decide which one of these would sit in between the numbers 17 and 42. So take particular notice of the number in the tens column. So we've got 43. Okay, would that sit on this side of 42 or on the other side of 42? That's right, it comes after 42, so it cannot be 43. Let's just check 34. 34 is smaller than 42, so it would definitely fit inside this space here. So the answer to this question is 34. Okay, in this problem, we're going to use what we know about bundling sticks and place value to solve this problem. Okay, so the problem is Tim had to make the number 45 for his teacher, obviously using these materials. This is what he made. What is he missing? So let's circle the important information. The number we're after is 45 and something is missing. Okay, so we're going to need to add to it. Let's count what he's got so far. We know that this is a bundle of 10 and this is another bundle of 10 and another bundle of 10. And these are our ones. So we could count in tens here. 10, 20, 30. And these are ones, 1, 2. So he's got 32 so far. All right, if the number we need is 45, that means there's 4 10s that we need to have and 5 1s that we need to have. Let's look at our tens column so far. He has 1, 2, 3. So we need to have another 1 to make 45. Okay, now let's look at the ones column. He's got 1, 2 ones, but we need to have 5. So how many more would we need to make 5? 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, if we put all of that together, let's count to see if we've made 45. 10, 20, 30, 40. That's our tens. Now our ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what was he missing? He was missing 1 10 and 3 1s. That's how you would solve a problem with bundling sticks. Let's have a go at a problem using an abacus this time. Here's the problem. Joe's teacher asked him to show the number 44 on the abacus. This is what he made. What is missing? So we know on an abacus this first spike shows us the tens and this second spike shows us the ones. And these beads show how many in each column. So he needed to make the number 44. That's important information. And there's something missing, so we're going to have to add to it. Let's look at what he's made so far. 1 10. And how many ones? 1, 2, 3 ones. So he's made 13 so far. All right, we need to make the number 44. So looking at the tens column, how many tens do we need? We need 4 tens. So let's add to this abacus. 1, 2, 3 more beads. So now we have 4. And now, how many more ones do we need? So we need to have 4. And at the moment we've got 1, 2, 3. So how many more do we need? We need 1 more. Okay, let's just check that we've made the right number. 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Okay, so what was he missing? He was missing 3 tens and 1 1. All right, guys, head back over onto the wiki now to check out how you're going to practice these problem-solving skills.